The dense jungle seems impenetrable, the kind of terrain where nature reigns supreme and mankind barely claims a foothold. But hidden beneath layers of vines and soil lies a secret so profound it has captured the imagination of archaeologists, historians, and treasure hunters alike. Today we dive into one of history's enduring mysteries, the rise and fall of Africa's lost civilizations. Cities once bustling with trade and life, now eerily silent, their stones whispering stories of power, glory, and a sudden haunting decline. Welcome, curious minds, to a place where history and mystery meet. Join us as we unravel the secrets of abandoned kingdoms, ancient cities, and forgotten empires in a continent so rich in culture, yet shrouded in enigmas. Picture this: you're standing atop a hill, gazing down at vast stone ruins as the sun sets over the African landscape. In that crimson twilight, you imagine what this place might have looked like in its prime. Markets brimming with goods from faraway lands, kings adorned in gold welcoming envoys from distant empires, and craftsmen shaping ivory and obsidian into objects of unmatched beauty. But now, all that remains are towering walls, crumbling pathways, and questions unanswered for centuries. Let's begin our exploration in Great Zimbabwe, often called the crown jewel of Africa's ancient civilizations. Built between the 11th and 15th centuries, Great Zimbabwe was a powerful trading hub. Its enormous stone walls, standing without mortar, still astound modern engineers. What once marked a city bustling with over 20,000 inhabitants now feels like the aftermath of a story untold. At its height, Great Zimbabwe commanded great wealth. People from across the regions of Africa brought offerings of gold, ivory, and precious minerals to trade. As traders journeyed from every corner of the continent, the city prospered, becoming an intellectual and cultural melting pot. But the most intriguing mystery isn't how Great Zimbabwe was built, it's how it fell. Why did such a formidable city, whose very name means House of Stone, collapse so suddenly? We've found clues within its ruins. Researchers have identified signs of overpopulation, deforestation, and strained resources, suggesting that the city's very success may have been its undoing. Others speculate that political turmoil and rival kingdoms forced its people to abandon it. Yet no records remain, no logs, letters, or carvings explaining why its people vanished virtually overnight. What's stranger, though, is the pattern of sudden decline seen in not just Great Zimbabwe, but other civilizations across Africa. Which brings us to another mystery, the Kingdom of Kush. Long before Egypt became synonymous with pyramids, Kush built its own sprawling empire along the banks of the Nile, present-day Sudan. Its pyramids rival Egypt's in size and grandeur, yet the civilization thrived independently, even ruling over Egypt itself for a time. The people of Kush were masters of ironworking and agriculture, their economy enriched by the gold mines scattered across their territory. But here too, something doesn't add up. For nearly 2,000 years, Kush was an unshakable force in the region. Then, as if swallowed by the sands of time, the mighty kingdom collapsed. Some say climate change brought famine and drought, shrinking the river that had been Kush's lifeblood. Others attribute its downfall to political rivalry, including Egyptian invasions. And some whispered darker theories about disease, rebellion, or curses that left the lands barren. But clues found here give us pause. A layer of ash discovered among ruins of Nubian structures suggests catastrophic local fires, possibly invaders razing the city to the ground. Images captured on temple walls describe great battles with enemies, yet they leave no answers about what truly brought Kush to its knees. And that brings us to perhaps one of the most tantalizing mysteries of all, the vanished port city of Adulis along the Eritrean coast. Unlike Zimbabwe and Kush, Adulis operated as a cosmopolitan hub connecting Africa to India, Persia, and the Roman Empire. It thrived on sea trade, exporting ivory, incense, and exotic animals prized across distant empires. Merchants sailing from Arabia to the Mediterranean would stop to marvel at its stone-built docks and streets. Adulis at its peak was vibrant and teeming with diversity, until it wasn't. Somewhere along the way, the city disappeared completely. By the 7th century, Adulis was abandoned, its wells dry and its roads empty. Historians wonder, did the collapse of global trade routes through the Red Sea cause its demise? Or could larger geopolitical shifts, the spread of Islam or Byzantine incursions, have forced its survivors to surrender their once thriving trade networks. Clues found amid its ruins are scarce, shadowy echoes of a once meticulous port authority, fragmented pottery from India, and inscriptions etched in foreign scripts. But one detail leaves us puzzled: coins. Far fewer coins from Adulis have been found than expected for a city so central to commerce. Could financial instability or corruption have triggered its downfall? Or was its collapse part of something larger, a domino in a global trade catastrophe? For centuries, archaeologists have been studying these enigmatic sites alongside cultures like the San in South Africa, the Dar Tichit in Mauritania, and countless others. The narrative often points to environmental factors or human overreach as common threads linking Africa's lost cities. But here's the more intriguing question. Could these civilizations' declines have been tied together, events rippling across borders like secrets passed down but never recorded? Think about it. Entire civilizations, not just cities, vanished suddenly yet simultaneously, often leaving behind no clear answers. Was there something systemic, a series of wars, invasions, or migrations that we're yet to understand? Or are there clues still buried beneath centuries of soil and silence? Maybe we're only scratching the surface of a much deeper story, a story of resilience, innovation, and tragedy. The stones of Great Zimbabwe, the dunes of Kush, and the forgotten shores of Adulis are relics of a continent that shaped human history in ways we're still learning to appreciate. Now, here's where you come in. As we delve deeper into these stories, each episode will uncover new clues, artifacts, myths, theories, and evidence that may bring us closer to understanding what happened to these cities. Could astronomy have played a role? Could diseases spread through trade routes? Or could these civilizations have simply chosen to leave us puzzles instead of answers? Keep your eyes open. Some of the most fascinating clues emerge not in academic texts or ruins, but through oral traditions passed from generation to generation. Africa's lost history may not be lost forever, especially if we search for it together. So, take a moment to imagine standing amidst crumbling walls, lifting the dust from centuries-old pottery, seeing the faint remnants of carvings etched by hands long gone. What truths lie hidden beneath? And more importantly, do they want to be found? Join us next time as we explore another enigma, a kingdom so rich in gold, its wealth was said to rival that of Solomon's mines. Its name whispers across legends and myths. Can the truth behind the treasure-laden city of Timbuktu finally be revealed? Or will it remain another elusive mystery tied to Africa's hidden past? The answers are waiting to be unearthed.